Hello, homeschoolers and pandemic friends. This is Beth Siebert, and I'm going to now teach you about the swipe. The swipe is um, a more difficult task. I again have way too much paint. I wanted to show you these. These are color shift paints. You can see these by Folk Art, and I'm getting there. And see, they change colors by the way you move it. It's got a special iridescence in it. And so a very difficult task this one is, so be patient with yourself. If you mess up, just scrape it and try again. Parents, I'm doing this for you so that you have something positive and constructive to do with your children during homeschooling. I'm going to try and swipe with a paper towel. It's not my best swiping tool. I have other things that I swipe much better with. But because I know that's what you'll readily have, I'm going to go ahead and try it. So this is pink flash, green flash, aqua flash. Hopefully that's in screen. Well, here, they're all in screen now. And then the bottom one is, this one right here is, wherever this is, blue flash. Okay, so I'm basically going to put out a beach theme because we all are missing the beach in Vero Beach. So I'll pour them, and then I'm going to use black as a contrast as my swiping color. And we'll just go ahead and do this. And remember, these are pre-mixed with Floetrol and silicone and just a hint of water. If you do not have Floetrol, you can use PVA, which is Elmer's glue. That's what our good friends down in Australia do. And we love our Australian friends, and we pray that they are all safe. And let me see if I grab my black. I may not be swiping with black, guys, because I don't know what I do with my black. Hold on. It must be down here somewhere. So in any event, this is the goal, to swipe with the black, if I can find it. Okay. Oh, the black is right here, ladies and gentlemen, right by the camera. Snake would have bit me. Okay, so little boys and girls, here we go. We're going to do something kind of like, we've already sprayed this down a little bit with water, just a little trickle of water so the paint flows. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put, just not even really having a conscious thought, it's like an accidental painting is what we'll call it. Okay, that's plenty of that color. I don't even like that color really. Then I'm going to put some of this, the aqua. I really like the aqua, but I'm going to try and focus it more in the center. Maybe down. Some stripes, whatever. Then I'm going to do the green. I love this green. Oh my word, do I love this green. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the final bit, which is the blue, which is basically going to be hopefully at the top. Decided I'm going to do one of these videos once a week. Other artists can chip in and they can share and do or not. It's their choice. But my general impression of the art community is they are extremely generous and they always have something to share. So now I'm going to do what terrifies me to death. I'm going to put my black down. And I'm going to swipe for the first time in my life with a paper towel because I know that's all y'all have. And remember, all this stuff is available either through Amazon or at Michael's. For the Floetrol, you can get that at Lowe's, and they're really good about letting you shop online and then pick up. So I'm just going to let that sit in there until it like soaks through pretty good. Okay, and then I'm going to drag. Let's see if I can do it. Ooh, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, it may not be a good painting. Let's see. Okay, oh, and we're dripping it everywhere. No. Okay. I can go ahead and fix the drag parts that are messed up because I don't know if I want to. I'll tip it. Let's see what happens. It's kind of like, let's see. I told you there was way too much paint on here, and there is. So I'm going to torch, which at your home, you're going to use a heat gun. You can buy a heat gun from Lowe's, Home Depot, or from Michael's. Michael's has heat guns. It's basically a really low. It doesn't blow a lot, and it's got heat. It's like a hair dryer. But I just don't want anybody getting burned because of the limited access to healthcare at this point. Okay, so I'm not in here, and this is what happens. And it's not the first time. I mean, it's the first time I've done this type of swipe, but it's not the first time I've had to go back and autocorrect. I'm really not wild. I mean, these are huge. But I don't have a lot of cells over here. So I'm going to try and, not with a hair, but I'm going to try and swipe. I'm going to turn this. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. Try and swipe backwards. See if I can get something to come back this way. See if I can't pull something out so there's more color that breaks up here. Now, this really is being picky. If your kids get this far, if you get this far, you have been very successful, especially with the paper towel, because that is not the optimal swiping tool. And it's very hard. I will tell you that we're on 8x10 canvases for a reason, because 8x10 canvases are easier to do pours on. So when I'm going around and I'm doing this, the reason why I'm doing it to show you is that we need to see, and this is not exactly the way I want it here. So we're going to tip this a bit because I'm not just wild about this side not being covered. And we've got plenty of paint to go places, so we get it in the middle here. And the tipping is kind of like the art of this, is to know how to tip it and get stuff off the sides. And yes, kids can do this. Actually, you're going to be surprised how good kids are at doing this. Kids are really, really good, because part of fluid art is learning to let go, and they don't have a bunch of baggage to carry. They're just not adults, and they just don't have all the things that we have to worry about. So it's going to shock you how good your kids are at making these little paintings and how much fun they've had doing it. It'll be a whole family adventure for you. And so these are like pandemic fluid art paintings. Fluid art actually started before Picasso, and it's based on fluid mechanics. If you find that interesting at all, if you're a physicist or you're into physics. It was started by a Mexican artist, actually. I cannot remember his name right now, but I'm certain you guys can Google it and you will find it. And he actually kind of stole Picasso. Picasso kind of stole his thunder, but he was doing brilliant work back in like the 1930s. Okay, so we've got huge cells. I mean, these are great cells to write home about. There is nothing to complain about this painting as far as cells go. I kind of lost my pink, but to be honest with you, or coral, it's actually called pink flash. To be honest with you, I'm not that crazy about the pink. So let me see what I can bring up now that I've thinned out the paint some. And parents, when you do this, as long as the paint falls on plastic, it comes off of plastic, because acrylic paint is plastic. So you can use, if you want to buy Liquitex medium and use Liquitex medium for a more professional look when doing this, by all means. But I'm doing this so your kids and have something to do with you for, when you're at home, and so that you guys have some fun. So this is basically what's known as a swipe. It's not my best swipe ever, but it is a swipe. It's a legitimate one. And this is the second technique painting that I've showed to you. So for everybody that's home, stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself, be good for your parents. Don't drive them, you know, don't drive them wild. Be good to your brothers and sisters. There are really bad things going on and bad things happening where as long as you're home and you're with your family and safe, you're going to be okay. And try and do something creative. Now is the time. Artists are very, very, very giving, and I hope you enjoyed this white painting. It was my first ever with a paper towel, and I know you have access to paper towels. So thank you so much. It's Beth Siebert, and have a good day.